at the Apollo. Oh,
Apollo.
baby.
Wait a minute, this is in New York.
No, this is not New York. This is actually, this is actually the Four Horsemen Pick'ems. We got there's 3 out of the 4, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad. It's still more than half.
Right.
And week 3 starts right about
Now.
Oh, no. Every time I see that, it makes me.
It pumps me up.
Pumps me the fuck up.
It's
Football
great.
freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear because Four Horsemen are here in the flesh.
Baby.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to week number 3 of the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. I, of course, am your host with the most, representing the undefeated Miami Dolphins as of right now, 2-0. Got a big test going ahead of us this Sunday as the Broncos come to town. Joining me as always is LC Muscles 28, representing them Stars.
The Stars who are going to go to the Super Bowl since TJ Watt is the Defensive Player of the Year, and it's not even close right now. Let's be honest.
That's right. That is right. He actually broke the Steelers record or sack record.
He broke the Steelers franchise pass record, even though realistically, I don't think anyone's touching Joe Green. Joe Green's, if you look at Joe Green's realistic record before the implemented sacks, he had at least 150. So I don't think that's getting touched.
Oh, yeah.
But still, as of the ones that they counted, TJ Watt has the record. So congratulations, TJ Watt, the legend himself.
The absolute legend himself. And of course, speaking of legends, we got Mr. Tiny Tim in the house representing America.
America.
That's right. Tiny Tim representing America's team 24/7, 365. TJ Watt could be a front runner for Defensive Player of the Year, but so could this guy.
That's right.
Number 11 from heaven.
From heaven, baby.
The 2021 Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, how's it going?
It's going well.
Good,
it's
man.
going absolutely pretty well. Let's do a little recap of week number 2 before we get into our picks of the week. We start out in Philly this past Thursday, where it was the Eagles defeating the Minnesota Vikings 34-28. Primetime Kirk Cousins. That's all we got to say about that.
Yeah, even though he did get a lot of garbage time stats, still, it's garbage time Kirk Cousins.
Garbage time.
Yeah.
Garbage time. Eagles win 34-28. The Ravens beat the Bengals 27-24. What the hell is going on with Cincinnati?
Joe Burrow should not be playing. That calf injury looks really bad, and he re-aggravated again. And it looks like right now, for what I've been hearing, that Joe Burrow might not be playing. There's a very good chance that Joe Burrow doesn't play on Monday night, and it would be up to Jake Browning. Oh, God. Jake Browning.
Who is that?
He is the Bengals' only other quarterback on the roster. He is a backup.
Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is, but best of luck. Oh, he's a rookie?
He's a rookie.
Ooh, best of luck if he has to start.
Oh, boy.
All right. Seahawks beat the Lions 37-31 in overtime.
That was a bad. The officiating was pretty bad week 2 for a lot of games, and that touchdown should not have been called. 100%
Ref ball.
Ref ball. Too much ref ball.
And a lot of injuries in that game, too. Oh, my God. Basically, all of the Lions starters were pretty much hurt. A lot of Seahawks got hurt. A lot of actually, matter of fact, I saw this on Twitter today, or X. Sorry, the X. That there were 9 Seahawks that didn't play or practice this today.
Wow.
9 Seahawks didn't practice today. So hopefully they get better because they're going to need it for the Carolina Panthers. They won 37-31 in overtime against the Lions. The Colts 31-20 over the Texans.
But Alex,
Anthony
I know you're
Richardson.
happy.
Anthony Richardson went down. Hopefully he gets better.
He will.
But my boy, Minshew Mania, made
Minshew.
the save for the Colts as they won 31-20 over the Houston Texans. I absolutely love it. It's my boy. I don't care what anybody says.
Minshew.
That's right, Minshew. The Bucks beat the Bears 27-17. Justin
Baker
Fields.
Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Does Justin Fields just suck?
Yeah. It's the thing is Ohio State quarterbacks, most of them do not turn out well.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Don't say anything about Joe Burrow because he went to LSU. Okay?
He went to LSU.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bears, they're a dumpster fire.
They're terrible.
They're-
At least Chase Claypool got his first touchdown as a Bear.
And
Still
that's the
won that
highlight. That's the highlights from that game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
27-17 was the final there. The Chiefs beat the Jags 17-9. That was my upset pick last week. That did not pan out.
I will say, though, someone I know was at that game, and it was the exact same score as this. I went to the Steelers-Jaguars game in 2014, 17-9 is the exact same score. So pretty much a friend I knew went to the game, saw a 17-9 game, and then when I was last in Jacksonville, it was a 17-9 game.
Wow.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Yeah, 17-9 was the final from Jacksonville. You had the Falcons beating the Green Bay mother-loving Packers 25-24. Sad Falcons, I see you in the chat. You're not so sad now, are you, my friend?
Thank God I changed my pick at the last minute. I changed my pick after Aaron Jones was ruled out. I changed my pick to the Falcons, and it was helpful for me.
Nice.
That was a big mistake on my end because I thought I always thought all you need is love.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently not. You need a lot more of that to do in the NFL. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
you do.
All right, so the Falcons got the victory 25-24 over the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. The Bills absolutely obliterated the Raiders 38-10.
Yeah. I loved every bit of it.
Loved.
I know
every single
A-Bomb loved
second of
seeing
that.
every bit of it too.
Yeah.
I know A-Bomb was very happy with that. I was texting him. He was very happy about the Bills Mafia, wherever he's at, beating the Raiders. It's a good day. Good day when the Raiders lose.
That's right. You got the Titans beating the Chargers 27-24 in overtime.
It's crazy to think of the Chargers
Did not
to put up
expect
so
that.
many points in offense, but yet they still are. They're not only 0-2, but they are also they've not had a turnover once. Not a turnover yet. One game.
Really?
They've not had a turnover yet.
Oh,
And yet
man.
they are 0-2. That's a crazy stat to think about.
0-2, and they need to fire Brandon Staley.
I don't think that happens yet. I think that happens later in the year.
It's time they got rid of him because they're a few pieces away, and one of those pieces is coach.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
that's
saying.
true.
But yeah, Titans beat the Chargers 27-24. Speaking of A-Bomb, his 49ers defeated the Rams 30-23. Whose house? Niners' house.
I'm surprised the Rams actually kept up with the Niners as much as they did. I know the Niners pulled away in the fourth quarter, but they actually played pretty well, all things considered. They're actually surprising people. Like, they're actually keeping within games. They kept it within literally a touchdown. I thought they were going to get blown out, but they kept it with a touchdown. I'm still glad they actually won, but still. I think they were my lock of the week.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you used the soap, didn't you?
Nope, still have it. Nope, I still have it.
Why?
Yeah.
You didn't shower off like the champion?
Listen. I showered like a champion. I just didn't start with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn it. I know
All right.
Austin probably wasn't happy.
You got the Giants beating the Cardinals 31-28. How the hell did they choke away that?
Cardinals are a bad team.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, but
Yes.
they were up 28 to 7.
28 to 7 and 20
28
to 0.
7, and they just squandered that lead. I mean, I don't know.
Defense and the Giants using Saquon Barkley, and now Saquon is going to be out once again, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yes, Steve Harvey. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
How about them? Oh wait, actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Where's Jimmy?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
32-10 over those. 30-10 over.
The goddamn Jets.
Yeah.
So
How about that?
I guess so. Basically, when it comes to the New York teams, Cowboys, you are the father.
Oh my God! I knew it. There's his face. I see his face.
I mean, look at his eyes. Look at his
Look at
eyes.
the
You
eyes.
know?
Look at his eyes.
Yeah. 2-0, Cowboys getting it good. Hey, I did say Michael Parsons would get at least 2 sacks.
You did.
And guess what he got?
2 sacks.
2 sacks. I think they got to I think I got to Zach Wilson, I think 3 total times. Or maybe 4, I can't remember, but Parsons got 2. So I was right on that. He is definitely hey, Michael Parsons is a front runner for Defensive Player of the Year as well. So TJ Watt better watch his back.
That's my pick. That's my pick for Defensive Player of the Year. What number 11 from heaven?
Right?
Michael Parsons. But yeah, 30-10. Good game for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing. Then you had it came down to just a hair. The Broncos almost tied it up with the Hail Mary from Mr. Unlimited. But no, 35-33 was the final from Denver.
I remember, hold on, I actually got to play this. I remember when Tiny Tim did this. Tiny Tim did this after I had them as my upset pick of the week. I remember this. So let me go ahead and put my volume and put my ringer on so you guys can hear it. Remember this, guys, from last week?
Sound the alarm. What?
What?
That's one of his favorite.
Sound the alarm. What?
I remember that, Tiny Tim. Don't you remember that?
Yep. I remember that, but obviously you
how
had
that ended up turning out. That was my upset pick of the week, baby. It hit.
Good job.
But I gotta ask you guys, what about that pass interference call that wasn't called?
Should have
On
been.
the end, I
should have
personally think it was good defense. I personally am on the side of the rest. I don't think it should have been called. I don't think there was enough to warrant it.
But there's another
one-
call. But there's another call that I want to bring up when we get to it.
No, don't worry. Trust me.
Real quick.
And Alex has a beef with me.
Sauce Gardner.
Wearing a cheese head.
No, I got nothing against Sauce. I love me some Sauce. He's a Sauce balls. Even though he plays for even though he plays
The
for
goddamn Jets.
Yeah.
all right. And then Sunday night. Oh man. 24-17. Dolphins beat the Patriots. Fins up, baby. Came down to the wire.
I was there
to
for
the
your live
Tell you
stream, and
what.
my buddy Dennis said it was a very entertaining live stream.
Dennis the Menace, much
Dennis the
appreciated to him for
I
tuning
know,
in.
but he's disappointed he won't be doing another live stream for the next 3 weeks. So
Yeah, because I'm going to be, well, actually, I'll get to that at the end of the show because I'm going to be doing something a little special the next couple weeks. But 24-17, New England. Oh, boy.
first time since 2001 that they're 0-2.
First time since 2001, 0-2. Tua is 5-0 against Bill Belichick.
Love to see it.
5-0.
Yeah, I think Bill Belichick has finally hit the wall.
Let's hope. Let's hope, because do not want him breaking Shula's record.
It's not going to happen. Let's be honest here. He's retiring after this year. It's his last hurrah. He'll now say he's retiring before the last Patriots game. They'll give him a standing ovation, and then he'll walk off into the sunset.
Oh, wait, hold on. Dashy.
In the case of the New England Patriots, Tua, you are the
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. That wins. That wins. Let me pull it up again. Dashy, comment of the day
Very
so far.
nice. Very nice, Dash.
I think Bill Belichick will win the last game of his coaching career against the Jets in week 18.
Just to spite them, because
just to spite them.
Just to spite them.
And literally, it's poetic that the Patriots beat the Jets in their last game of the regular season. The team he was about to coach, he spites them one last time.
One last time.
So that's poetic. He's got to retire at that point. That's just too poetic. But anyways, Alex, go ahead and continue.
It came down to a missed field goal. And then on 4th and 5. 4th and 4, he throws Mac Jones, throws it to Gesicki. He laterals it to an offensive lineman. It was so close to getting that first down, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. Not only that, technically by rule, it would have been an eligible man downfield, and therefore it would have not accounted anyway.
It wouldn't have counted anyway. I was as you can tell on my screen, on my stream, I was like stressing.
You were happy. You were not happy though. Gary and Romy were watching as well. They were enjoying your stream.
I'll bet. That's why I love doing it. That's why I love doing those.
And I was watching Steel Sermon's stream on Monday, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, we will talk about that after we talk about this game, as it was the Saints defeating the Panthers 20-17.
It was a snooze fest.
That was boring.
So bad. 6-6 at halftime. The Saints really do not impress me at all.
Yeah, I think I should have rethought that. That should have been the hell in all game of the week.
It should have been.
It should have.
Yeah. Yep. 2017 was the final from Carolina. And then still undefeated on Monday night.
21 straight wins on Monday Night
Football. Wins.
I think they should just go ahead and put the rest of the schedule on Monday nights.
I know, but that's not going to happen.
I know.
Unfortunately, we'll not get another Monday night game until 2024. Unfortunately.
Right, but what about that pass interference call that wasn't called?
The end of the game, it should have been called. That one with Joey Porter Jr. should have been called. He grabbed the jersey, both hands, prevented the receiver by rule from making a catch, therefore it should have been pass interference. But the line judge in that game on Ron Torbert's crew, holy shit, she was bad. I was like, the officiating in that game was beyond terrible. It was so bad.
Pray for Nick Chubb.
Pray for Nick Chubb. All I can say is, if you've seen the pictures online, it's like this. If you've seen the pictures online, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That was absolutely brutal. I saw that live. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. Nick Chubb. I'm sorry. That's the end of his career. He's not coming back from that one. I do not think he's coming back from that injury.
Well, how old is he?
I think he's about to turn 30. I think he's getting into his 30s.
Is he really?
Yeah. He had that same injury in that same knee in 2015. That was the same injury on the same ACL. Nick Chubb is actually...
He is 27. He is 27.
Oh, he is 27. But still, though, he's getting up in age as a running back. Not only that, the problem is that's the same ACL. That's the same one. 8 years apart. Same one. So it doesn't look good for him, man.
Hopefully he gets better soon. I saw that they brought back Kareem Hunt.
Yes, they did. The Browns did back. And then this classy move by the Steeler fans in the organization by chanting Chubb after he was put on the cart.
That's cool.
So Steeler fans very classy. Even Joe Buck and Troy Aikman weren't very impressed with that.
speaking of the Steelers and their fans chanting stuff, they were chanting "Fire Canada."
Yeah. It should have happened last year. It's continuing to happen. Offense has scored only 12 points in 2 games. Actually, no, 19 points in 2 games.
I mean,
19
you
points
scored
in 2
20
games.
something.
26, but 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, offense. Duh.
So 19 total points on offense in 2 games.
Oof.
It's better. It's almost as bad as the Panthers, but still, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Canada's got to go.
All right. Biggest winners and losers of week number 2. Who do you guys got for your biggest winners?
Biggest winner
Week
for me.
Number 2.
Biggest winner for me. I'm trying to think. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see anything flashy to.
Same here. I didn't either. The only other thing I would say is kind of a good thing that the Texans have looking forward to is Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. They're actually a good pair. Nico Collins has been taken over as the number 1 receiver on the Texans team, even though they're not good. Both those they have a young offense. If they could build around the offensive line and have a good offensive line, I know Laramie Tunsil didn't play. Texans do have some young pieces, though. Stroud is doing better, but I still think he needs a lot of work. But he's probably, I think he's better than Justin Fields right now. Call me crazy. I think he's better than Justin Fields.
Damn.
He's got better poise, better throw accuracy. And I think with the amount of targets he has on the field, he's got Devin Singletary, Damian Pierce, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, and many others on the team. I think the Texans, realistically, if they rebuild quickly, they could be a playoff team in the next 3 years.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Stroud, though, has promise. Stroud has promise. I would say my biggest winner is young quarterbacks. Young quarterbacks because they have promise. Anthony Richardson has a lot of promise. I think CJ Stroud has a lot of promise. Sam Howell has a lot of promise. Bryce Young, too early to tell. I don't know how he's really going to fare. It's way too early to tell. Yeah. But young Jordan Love, even in a loss, he's been impressive. Desmond Ridler's 2-0. So my biggest winner is young quarterbacks. And I will be right back. I'm going to go grab my tea.
All right. I will say my biggest winner. Tim, you're going to love me for this because my biggest winners, let's just.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
70 total points over 2 weeks. 7 total points over 2 weeks. That is absolutely awesome.
And don't forget, only 10 points allowed in 2 weeks.
Only 10 points in 2 weeks. The fact that they're good on offense and defense is just absolutely amazing. 70 total points over 2 weeks. That's why they're my biggest winner.
I am so happy that Dan Quinn decided to stay on.
Yep.
Because he was getting some offers to be head coach here and here coach there, but he is staying with the Cowboys as their defensive coordinator. He has done an excellent job over the last couple of years. Surprisingly, my biggest winner this week was Jerome Ford, the backup running back for the Cleveland Browns. Even though they fell to Pittsburgh 26-22, Jerome Ford came in place of Nick Chubb and rushed for $106.
Yes, he did. Did absolutely amazing.
Did very well. Yeah. And in fact, I think I went ahead and picked him up on one of my fantasy leagues. So it might be a good sleeper.
I think I might have to pick him up if he's still available in ours.
Maybe.
Saying. As far as the biggest losers go, it's the Cardinals. For me, it's the Cardinals. You have a 28-7 lead going into half of the third quarter, and you blow it to the Giants. Of all teams. No offense to any Giants fans out there, but come on. They had that game right in the palm of their hands. And let it
just slipped through like Quicksilver.
So yeah, the Cardinals for me are the biggest losers of the week.
My biggest losers of the week is every single fantasy player who had Nick Chubb on their teams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I did. I actually had him in one of my
wow.
underdog fantasy pick'ems where you go higher or lower. I think I had him. Actually, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Results. Yep, higher than 2 receptions. He had 0.
Yeah.
What you guys talking about right
Biggest
now?
losers.
Ooh, okay. What was yours, Alex?
I said the Cardinals. He said everyone who had Nick Chubb in fantasy.
My biggest loser for week number 2. Oh man, there's some good choices. If I had to pick though, it would be any optimism the Arizona Cardinals had on winning a game.
Right.
I'm trying to tell
Arizona, that was their chance. That was their chance
you.
to
That was
win.
their chance.
That was their chance to win.
Yeah.
I still think they'll get 1 win this season, but guess who they play the next 3 weeks? Next
Who?
4 weeks, actually.
Who?
Next 4, actually, no, let's do next 6. Cowboys at the 49ers versus the Bengals, at the Rams, at the Seahawks versus the Ravens.
They could probably go one. I'd say maybe 1-5.
If they're lucky.
1-5. Who would they be? The Bengals without Burrow?
No, Burrow's playing. Dashy said it.
Oh.
Dashy confirmed it. Burrow is playing.
Then
Yeah,
I'm wondering whose source.
Let me look at the Cardinals schedule here. Yeah, because they'll get totally humiliated with the Cowboys. We'll get to that later.
Yes, they will.
Dallas, San Francisco, Cincinnati. Maybe the Rams. Maybe
if Stafford is I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree,
We'll see.
Zach. They're already so bad and they have a brutal schedule. Like,
yeah. So the Cardinals could beat the Rams, but the rest of the teams they ain't got no chance.
That is true. All right. Guys, it is time for week number 3 of Pick'ems, starting right here, right now, on Thursday night. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get something. One more thing.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, God.
Oh, you forget something?
Oh, Lord. Coming unprepared. Jeez. No
Sometimes I come a little bit unprepared. Oh, wait a minute. What's that?
All right, we're back.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Wait, what?
We got somebody here. Somebody wants to say hello. Rowdy.
Howdy, Rowdy.
Howdy, Rowdy.
Howdy,
Hey.
Rowdy.
He's Gary's favorite.
That's my boy.
Oh, yeah. Gary's favorite. Of course, Gary said this looked like if Twinkie the Kid was a human.
Twinkie
Yep.
the Kid. That's right.
Twinkie the Kid.
Yeah.
That's the man right there. All right.
Yeah, we got Rowdy here, so
what's up, Rowdy?
we'll just get him settled here, and we'll go through the games here.
Rowdy, Bowdy. Hold on. It's only fitting that we start with. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Damn it. Ooh, banana.
There we go.
And again, that took me like 5 hours to make. Okay. Starting out Thursday night, as it is the New York Football Giants against the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
The 49ers are 10-point favorites.
Off to a good start.
All right.
All right.
Referee for this game is?
Referee for the Giants and the 49ers is going to be Sean Hockley.
And being that it is on Thursday night, Amazon Prime, we got Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels on the call. And I'm actually going to implement this going forward. I actually have the Game Time app open.
Okay.
Cheapest ticket, if you want to go to this game for a pair of two, $108. If
That's
you
not
want
too
to.
bad. That's not bad.
Not
Pretty
too shabby. Who do you guys got and why for the Giants and the 49ers?
Giants and the 49ers. Giants just announced today that Saquon Barkley will not be playing this week. It'll be up to Matt Breida, Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, and Isaiah Hodgins to score points against the 49ers defense. Yeah, that's
I think I know where
no
this is
shot in
going.
hell. Yeah, no shot in hell. San Francisco 49ers win. They're not my lock of the week, but they're not going to. They're going to win by at least 10. I'm going to say Giants will score a couple of garbage time touchdowns and some field goals late. They'll get some field goals early. Pretty much get no touchdowns until the end of the game. My final score is going to be 49ers 37-23. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, this is a bad spot for the Giants. They played on the road against Arizona. Now they got to go up against one of the juggernauts of the NFC in the San Francisco 49ers, who are playing their home opener.
That's right. That is their home opener. And
And
they
the
are
Giants-
the number one team technically in the power rankings right
That
now.
is correct. And like Elsie said, they will almost certainly be without Saquon Barkley, who they should have given the contract to, not Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So look for the 49ers defense to get back on the right track after a not so great showing against the Rams. I'm going to go with the 49ers big, not my lock of the week, but I have the 49ers over the Giants 30-15. Give me bang bang.
Ooh,
Okay.
all field goals. Interesting.
All
I
right.
like it.
Well, Saquon Barkley out is going to be a huge hole in that offense right there. And I'm afraid that very tough Niner defense is just going to eat them up, spit them out, and ask for seconds. I'm going to go with the Niners on this one convincingly by a score of 35-23.
All right. Next game on the list is the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. This game is in Detroit. Let me pull my notes up here real quick. Let's see. The Lions are 3-point favorites.
3.5.
3.5. Oh, wah, wah. Referee for this game is
Referee for the Lions and the Falcons is Carl Sheffers.
And let's see the announcers really quick. We got Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth, and the lowest ticket price on Game Time for a pair of two, $132.
How is this game more expensive than the Giants Niners?
Because it's the Lions.
it's the Lions.
Ford
I get
Field
that.
is crazy.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
but Michigan versus California ticket prices, I'm surprised. All right.
This is Dashy's game of the week, apparently. All right. Let me
Interesting.
just see what we got here for the Falcons and the Lions. Let's see what we got here. The Falcons are 2-0 after winning 2 home games to start the season, while the Lions are coming off a terrible home loss to the Seattle Seahawks in overtime, which they probably should have won. Let's be
They
honest.
should have won. Let's be honest here.
Detroit's defense has had some issues in that game, but I don't see the Lions losing 2 straight at home at Ford Field. I think they get back on track here. I think the Lions take it. Give me the Detroit Lions to beat the Atlanta Falcons by a final of 21-20, a 1-point game, 21-20.
All right. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. Detroit looking pretty good. Atlanta 2-0, but
Uh-oh.
Ryan Tam, mute
Mute
mic.
him.
Yeah. Sorry. Gotta pay attention to my little light on this thing here.
Oh.
So anyway, like I was saying, Atlanta's 2-0. They'll go into Detroit, kind of make a game out of it, but I see a late field goal at the end. So I'm taking Detroit at home by a score of 24-21.
24-21. Impressive.
Excellent.
Alrighty. So for me, this is going to be an interesting game. I like this. This will probably be one of the better 1 o'clock games that I tune into. the Lions do have some good key pieces on their defense. I think that defensively, they just had a bad game, especially after they lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who will now be out for the remainder of the season with a torn pectoral muscle. And they paid so much money. Dude, they spent so much money on the defensive backfield. One of your key pieces already out after 2 weeks. That's brutal.
That's brutal.
It's brutal. So the Lions are really going to have to rebound here. The Falcons, I think this game realistically is a run-heavy game. There's not too much passing going on. With Desmond Ridder, the key success for them has been running the ball down everyone's throats. They did that against Green Bay. They did that against the Panthers. And they're going to try and rely on the run. But if Detroit gets up early, I don't think Atlanta is going to be able to come back. My thing is, I think Detroit, they're going to come out of that game pissed. They're going to come out of the gate right off the gate pissed. I think they're going to be big mad. They're going to be big mad. And I think that the thing is, with the Falcons, they're a decent team. And they got to have some good key pieces on defense. But I think this is where they take their first loss of the year. I think the Detroit Lions rebound nicely and get the job done. My final score is going to be Detroit. I'm going to say 27-17. Give me the Lions.
All right. Next game on the list. It's my turn. It's my game. As already, it is, wow. It is already, because you know what? I just want to get this one done and out the way, because it is the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. This game is in Miami. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Dolphins are 6-point favorites.
6.5.
6.5. Oh, went down.
They went up. No, it went up.
It went up. That's a good thing. I like it. That's a good thing. I like that. Referee for this game is?
Referee for Broncos and Dolphins is Clay Martin.
And you have Kevin Harlan and Trent Green on the call. Our good luck charm, because every time since last year and this year, we're undefeated when he calls our games.
Interesting.
Wow. Let's see if that
one of the greatest voices. I mean, I'm telling you.
That's right.
The second coming of Marv Albert.
Oh. Yes, I can agree with that.
Yes!
I can agree with that. Yes! And on Game Time, the cheapest ticket for this game, for the price of two tickets, $154.
Wow.
Okay.
So I can see that, though. Dolphins, their prices are going up. Dolphins are good. That's a good thing. But we know the rules, right, Alex?
Right.
You know the rules. Save me for last. Who you guys got and why?
Save you for last. So I'll go first. I'll go first on this one. The Denver Broncos are 0-2, and I honestly don't think it's that shocking. The Broncos realistically were an overrated team. Russell Wilson still cannot cook. I did not see Patrick Starr in here, so I
missed it.
Yeah, he's not here today right now. So we're just gonna have to talk about the fact that Russell Wilson still cannot cook. Right. Even when he pulls a rabbit out of his hat and gave a lucky as hell touchdown out of nowhere, they still lose.
Yep.
The Broncos are just snake bitten, man. They've lost a 1-point game to the Raiders, a 1-point game, a 2-point game to the Commanders. Will they make it another loss by this side by 3? No. It's not going to be by 3. They're going to lose by much more. I think the Broncos playing on the road is also a big factor. Their first road game, and it's in Miami, and it's supposed to be hot and sunny in Miami for this game.
Hopefully it doesn't rain, because I'm going to be there.
Well, the thing is, Alex, it's going to be hot and sunny, because that means Denver is really going to be in trouble with that.
Oh, yeah.
Really in trouble with that weather. And at the end of the day, I just don't trust the Broncos. I think that their offense is completely inept. Their defense has some good pieces, but I cannot trust their offense. I can't trust Russell Wilson. The only bright spot on that Broncos offense is Javonte Williams, who's not bad, but is a decent running back, but still, Russell Wilson's cooked, dude. I don't think he's going to get much done this year. I think the Broncos are in trouble until they can get some wins on their belt. But then literally after the Bears and Jets, after the next 2 weeks, they got the Chiefs, Packers, and Chiefs again 2 out of 3 weeks. 3 weeks in a row, 2 of them, 2 out of 3 against the Chiefs and once against the Packers. Then they have a bye, and then they play Buffalo.
Man.
Yeah, that's going to be awful for them. Broncos lose this game. I think that they're in deep, deep trouble. This game proves it. Once they go to 0-3, let's write them off the season. Final score, Dolphins, I'm going to say 31. Broncos, 17. Give me the Dolphins. They will not. I don't think this game's going to be close at all.
I'm actually kind of seeing things in a different way here. Although I think Denver will. Although I do think that I think Denver will have a good game, but just not quite going to be enough. Actually, this may sound crazy, but this is my point spread game of the week. Final score: Miami 27, Denver 24. Miami with the victory. Broncos with the points, but still, fins up, baby.
Okay. My turn. Let me get solo here. Last time the Broncos and the Dolphins played each other at Hard Rock Stadium, it was December 3rd, 2017. The quarterback for Denver was Trevor Siemian, and for the Dolphins, Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
We won that game 35-9.
Which Jay Cutler.
35-9 with Jay Cutler. So let me just say this. This is a long road trip for the Broncos after losing 2 games at home. Dolphins will be playing their home opener, and we will be pumped up like nobody's business. After going 2-0 on the road, beating the Chargers, beating the Patriots, now we're at home. The pressure for Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, is on. And the Broncos and the Denver Broncos offense as well. But this is not a good spot to try and get it going because our defense is going to be on them like white on rice.
Yeah.
And our offense is going to be on their defense exactly the same way. So Miami and Tua Tagovailoa will get the best of the Broncos as the Dolphins go 3-0. Give me the Miami Dolphins to beat the Broncos by a final of 28-21. Fins up, baby.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, isn't there that one clip, though, that all Broncos fans are going to be thinking after 4 o'clock on 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon?
That's
after
right.
their
Broncos fans are going to be saying to themselves,
son of a bitch, I'm sick of these Dolphins.
Yes, I knew it was going to.
Yeah, right. All right. Next game on.
I seem to have a little problem here.
Yeah, your headset's not. Something wrong with your headset.
Configured.
My configuration here, and my camera is frozen.
Oh no!
Let me jump out, and I will jump back in. We'll see what happens.
No problem.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Next game on the list. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, let's go with this one. The New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. This game is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And let's see here from my notes. Let me just see here. As it is, Packers are 2-point favorites.
You're right. Back on track.
All right.
So far, 2-2.
2-2. Referee for this game is.
Referee for Saints and Packers is going to be Brad Rogers.
Got Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma on the call.
Former Saint.
That's absolutely right. And let me just say here, the cheapest ticket for a pair is $142.
Less than Miami. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah. Good? Tim?
I barely hear you, buddy.
Oh.
Up.
How about now?
I'm still not hearing anything, Tony.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
What's going on, Snowman?
What's up, Snowman?
How we doing?
How we doing?
No.
Still nothing.
Still nothing.
But it's okay.
Oh shit! It is raining outside. I did not notice that.
Oh boy. So,
all right.
You want me to go? You want to go ahead?
Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Saints and Packers. Who you got?
Saints and Packers. This is what I was considering my coin flip game of the week, but I said, nah, I didn't need it. I think I know who I'm going to pick with this one. Even though the Saints are 2-0, I consider them frauds. Being a mediocre Titans team and then beating a terrible Carolina team does not really smell success for me. Derek Carr has not done much as realistically as a quarterback. He really hasn't done much. He has one touchdown pass and 2 interceptions off of over 500 yards passing. That's pretty bad. In 2 games, that's pretty bad. Honestly, Derek Carr just has not. He's been okay, but the Saints with Jamal Williams as a starting running back, they just don't have that same kind of dynamic thing there. They really don't. They own Jamal Williams. Their main running back is Tony Jones Jr., who really shouldn't surprise anybody. This is their last game, though, without Alvin Kamara, who will return game 4. But against the Green Bay Packers, I think the Saints are the weakest 2-0 team in the league.
Okay.
I think they're the
I can agree with that.
I think they're the weakest 2-0 team in the league. I think Atlanta's slightly better. The problem is, though, the Packers defense, they're decent, but I'm still waiting for them to have a really big game. I think at home, though, I think that the Packers defense will play a lot better, even though they will not have Aaron Jones once again. He's still has not practiced, and same with Christian Watson. So Christian Watson at least is limited, but both players are dealing with hamstring injuries, which was pretty bad. But the thing with Jordan Love is he's been able to spread the love around to other receivers and tight ends on the team. All you need is love. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make sure I spread the love around by picking the Packers to get the win. I think the Packers get the job done at the end of the day. I think they beat the Saints. I think their offense is better than the Saints. I don't think the Saints' offense is nearly as good, especially without Alvin Kamara. And my final score for this game is going to be Packers 24, Saints 21. Give me the Packers.
All right. Y'all hear me now?
A little bit.
Just about to guys got to turn your volume up just a tad bit more. There we go.
Hold up here. Check the audio settings. Hit the volume is up. Yes, the mic is on.
There we go.
Hey,
y'all hear it?
We're good. Good.
Okay. All right. We're
Good.
All right. Well, now
what's up, Brian?
Well, now is that taken care of? Let's take care of this here.
Take your business.
Green Bay is coming in. Not much really to say about here. Jordan Love is impressing me a little bit. And it really is. New Orleans has a good defense, but I'm just going to say not much to say here. Green Bay 27, New Orleans 21. Not much to say with that. So,
all right. Saints are 2-0, but now face a tough road test against Green Bay after playing on Monday night on the road. So that might be difficult. So Packers lost to the Falcons last week in a game where they should have won, let's be honest. So look for the Packers to get back on track here and win a tight defensive battle. Give me the Packers to beat the Saints by a final of 20-17. Okay, I think it's time for that game of the week, the one we've all
the one we don't want to watch.
We least anticipated of the week, so it's time for the weekly installment of the
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
As it is the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, God. Jesus.
This game is going to suck. The Browns are 3-point favorites. This game is in Cleveland, right? 3 points?
It is, unfortunately, not 3 points. It actually went up. They went to 3.5, actually, with the signing of Kareem Hunt today.
Ooh.
Went to
Went
3.5.
up just a little bit.
They did
All
go
right.
up a little bit.
Who is the zebra?
The zebra for the game is going to be Cleat.
Cleat.
Wait, no, not Cleat. I'm sorry, not Cleat. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, that's the next game. That's the next game. But the real one for the Browns and the Titans is Craig Rolstad.
And they're calling the game. You got the Spiro with Dinas. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Miraculous, wonderful, spiracular. And Adam Archuleta as well. Who do you guys got and why? Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns.
Tennessee is going to just have their hands full. I mean, Kareem Hunt back with the Browns. The backup Jerome Ford came in for the injured Nick Chubb, ran for $106 in the loss to Pittsburgh Monday night. I think Cleveland gets the job done here. Tennessee is they don't have much of an identity except for Derrick Henry.
Oh,
Other than that, they
Henry.
got nothing. Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
So I'm basically going to take Cleveland at home over the Titans by a score of 28-17.
Yeah, the Browns lost Nick Chubb Monday night, and let's be honest, he was the heart, he was the soul of that entire offense. And now, as Leo was saying in the chat, that Amari Cooper is questionable.
Oh,
oof! Ouch.
So that puts a lot more pressure on one Deshaun Watson, who, let's be honest, is not playing well at all.
No, he's not playing well at all, but he's also a famous woman respecter. Let's not forget that.
Titans defense is solid, while their offense,
terrible.
Man.
They're both pretty mediocre.
The Browns, I think the Browns will win this one, but I think it's going to be I think it's going to be close. But I think it's going to be, as Jerome would say back in the day, Cleveland Browns win by field goal. Final score, 24-21. Give me the Browns.
Tiny Tim?
Hey, I already gave my prediction 28-17 Browns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we're just waiting on you.
LC?
Oh, we're all waiting on me.
What say you?
So, other than the one time the Browns won in Tennessee in 2020, the last couple of matchups, though, have not fared well for the Browns. They've been dominated by the Titans. But those Titan days of actually having decent teams are all long gone. The Titans right now are just the definition of mid. They're absolutely just reliant on one old king. Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah.
And let's be honest here, man. This team is they're brutal, man. So even though he was limited with a toe injury for Derrick Henry, I still think he will play. The Browns, how are they going to use Kareem Hunt? That is a very interesting scenario.
I don't know.
We don't know how he's going to be used. They don't know if they're going to split the carries between Ford and Hunt. And they also have Pierce Strong as well. Amari Cooper did not practice due to a groin shoulder injury, which could be a big factor. So that means more targets to Elijah Moore. They also have Marquise Goodwin, David Bell as well. But still, overall, though, I think the Browns' defense is their strong point in this game. And I think that's going to really turn the tide in this game. I think the Browns' defense is better than the Titans' defense. The Browns' defense actually played pretty well against the Steelers in regards to shutting down the offense. And I think they could definitely do the same thing against the Titans offense. Literally, the Browns realistically have only allowed 15 points to offenses this year against the Steelers and the Bengals. Only 15 points, which is very impressive.
It is.
So, with that being said, I think the Titans score 15, but they lose. Give me the Browns to win this game, 21-15. Browns win this one.
Forgot to mention, did I say the ticket price for the Packers?
You did for the Packers, but not for the Browns.
Not for the Browns. Okay, let me move to that. Cleveland Browns, the cheapest ticket for a pair, $43.
I knew it. Dude, that's terrible, man.
43
You could buy a
bucks.
$50 lottery scratch-off ticket that's more expensive than a Cleveland Browns game ticket to play the Titans. That's embarrassing.
Crazy.
That's not.
All right, next game on the list. Ooh, this one might be ugly, but we'll see. As it is the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. This game is in Washington, and the Bills, from what I'm seeing right here, are 6.5-point favorites.
You are right.
Let's go. Let's see. Referee for this game is
Referee for Bills and the Redskins. Bills and Redskins. The referee is going to be, yes, I say the Redskins.
That's fine.
Ooh,
No,
cancel me. No, it's going to be Land Clark.
canceled.
Land Clark is the referee for this.
And
game.
you got Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber, and Matt Cold as Ice Ryan.
Matty
Ice.
Matt, Ryan, Ice, maybe.
Ice, maybe. I love that name.
And let's see. The cheapest ticket in Washington, D.C. for this game for a pair, $102.
Really, I'm surprised.
Hmm.
From what I heard, the season tickets, they sold
sorry,
them all their
99.
season.
99.
So they
my
sold
apologies.
all the season ticket holders they made sure they kept this game. So all the season ticket members, they said they sold out for all the season ticket holders.
Wow.
But still, people are probably going to be selling this game because let's be honest here, the Buffalo Bills playing the Redskins.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there. I love the Wildflowers. That's another good one as well. Thank you, Tom Grossi, for that.
Hell yeah.
But at the end of the day, the Bills playing on the road in Washington. Bills just dominated the Raiders. I think he definitely dominate the Washington football team. But at the end of the day, man, I'm surprised Sam Howell's playing well. But at the end of the day, Sam Howell, he's going to have to have a reality check at some point. My thing is, I think Buffalo's the team to give him a reality check. They're not a bad 2-0 team. They're just not impressive by any means. They have a young squad, a lot of good, young, promising talent. But Buffalo is just too demanding in the AFC. And they're a juggernaut in the AFC for a reason. My final score is going to be Bills 31, Washington Redskins 24. Yeah, I'm going to go 24. And Alex, you know what clip to play.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Exactly, because no one circles the
go
wagon
wagons.
of Buffalo
Like
Bills.
Bills. Oh, Bills.
Well, I was
That's
all
right.
way out of
That's
sync,
right.
but that's okay.
That's all right. That's right. We all get the idea. It's the same thing we're thinking. Yeah, this.
I don't have the hair for it.
I do, but I don't
the
have the
hair for it.
mustache.
You
I don't have the mustache.
He doesn't have the
for it.
mustache. I don't have the hair. Tim might.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, Washington is going to run into a brick wall here at home. Got the tough Bills coming in. Gabe Davis and
Get away.
Gabe Davis get a wig then.
Get a wig.
I might.
Jesus.
All right,
I'm thinking about it.
That would be funny.
we got the great combo of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, two of the best 1-2 receivers for the same team in the league. Just may be a little too much for those Commanders. Give me the Bills on the road in Washington by a score of 35-24. Let's hear him again.
Let's go.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Every single time. All right. The Commanders are 2-0 and coming off an impressive come from behind victory over the Broncos on the road. Just inches close. Just inches from tying it up, Broncos. The Bills got on track last week after absolutely obliterating the Las Vegas Raiders. But this is a tough match for Josh Allen, especially with his offensive line woes. Even so, I look for the Bills to go in and win this one. I think it's going to be a little closer than you guys think. But at the end of the day, I do have the Buffalo Bills winning. Final score 28-20. Third time's a charm.
No, it's the Bills. Buffalo all the way this time.
Because nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
I know.
Next
get
game
better
on
at
the
it.
list. It is the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. This game is in Baltimore.
Oof.
And from what I'm seeing right here, the Ravens are 8-point favorites.
They actually went down surprisingly. 7.5.
7.5. Interesting.
And
Referee for
Alex,
this game is
the one I said earlier,
Cleat.
Lakeman.
The shoe guy.
Cleat. Let's see. Announcers for this game in Indianapolis. We got Beth Mowens, James Lofton, and Jay Feely. Interesting.
Who is Beth?
Beth Mowens. She was she does a lot of the college football games on ESPN.
Okay. I have not heard.
She has that voice where it sounds like this.
Ew.
Going all the way for the touchdown.
Can't be worse than Ann Coulter.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh God.
Dear
Okay.
Lord. Dear Lord, Ann Coulter.
Okay. Cheapest ticket for the Colts and the Ravens from M&T Bank. Who the hell uses M&T Bank Stadium is $60.
$60.
$60.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first in this one if you guys
Go
don't.
right ahead.
Yeah.
Let me see what my notes say. I'll pull up my notes for this game right here. There we go. Anthony Richardson is in concussion protocol, which means what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna do when Minshew Mania runs wild on you? It doesn't matter. I don't think it's gonna matter at all whatsoever. The Ravens offense clicked last week against the Bengals, and I think it will do so here as well. Look for Lamar Jackson. I think this is the game where he gets to insert himself in the early MVP talk. Give me the Ravens to beat the Colts 30-17. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Indianapolis is irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Yep. That's one way of putting it.
Baltimore is still pretty good. Lamar Jackson is still a good quarterback. They still have a very stout defense.
Yep.
I'm taking Baltimore at home, 26-20. Not much to say there.
Nope.
Baltimore Ravens and Indianapolis Colts. Minshew Mania I think Minshew Mania may run wild, but it's not
this week.
Not getting the job done. I think this is my point spread the game week. Actually, this is my point spread. I think the Colts cover. I think the Colts getting 7.5 on the road. I think they can cover that. Their offense is decent enough, and their passing game has some promise with Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, and I think they have some good young pieces. Even though Jonathan Taylor is still not playing, which I don't understand why they have not played him yet. I think the Colts do have some promise, but at the end of the day, I think the Baltimore Ravens will end up getting the win, but I think the Colts cover the point spread. I'm going to say this game somehow gets close, but then the Ravens pull away at the last minute, like recovering an onside kick. My final score, 27-22. 27-22 because of a 2-point conversion.
All right. Next game on the list. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. This game is in Minnesota. And it doesn't look like either team is favored. It's even.
Sure?
Looks like it's even from what I'm seeing right here.
Chargers are actually the favorite one I'm seeing, -1.
Interesting. That's weird because I'm looking at the score app right here, and it says they are even. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, use that for what you will. Zebra,
Sean Smith.
Kevin Kugler, and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez are on the call. And cheapest ticket on Game Time, if you want to go to this game, Game Time, sponsor me, please, is $4 for the pair.
How much?
$104.
Okay. I thought I heard just $4.
104. No, this isn't preseason.
Okay, good.
No.
Alex, since that point spread is similar, you know what time it is.
Oh.
I got
Mr.
the big
coin flip.
I got the big coin for the big coin flip game of the week. -1 spread. Chargers are going to the Midwestern time zone, so it's not exactly East Coast. Vikings at home. Kirk Cousins, he's a mixed bag at home, especially against the AFC. He's a mixed bag, so I might as well just trust the coin here. So I'm gonna go with
Central time zone, Lucas.
Central time zone. Sorry. I messed that up. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. So AR is going to be the Chargers, and the head is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. So I know you like this satisfying coin flip. I'm going to back up a little bit because this is a glass table. I do not want to ruin it. So when you guys are ready, count me down.
3,
3,
2,
2
1. Baba Booey.
I got the back. I'm going with the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm taking the Chargers.
So I guess if he's taking Chargers, then I guess we can listen to Arnold.
Oh, that's right. We can hear the Terminator.
And now go Chargers, go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if this is a close game where it's like either 1 point or maybe dead even, my rule, of course, is to go with the home team. I guess that's what Sarman does, right?
That's right.
Go with the home team. That's what I'm going to do. Sorry, Arnold. I can't say it this time. I'm going to give it to the Vikings, although the Chargers will make it a very close game. In the end, I've got Minnesota 31, Los Angeles 27.
This game features 2 0-2 teams that are in dire need of a W. Chargers are playing consecutive road games while the Vikings will be playing rest 10. They will have 10 days rest after playing last Thursday night. That, coupled with the inability of the Chargers to stop anything, will give Minnesota their first victory. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson go absolutely nuts. And now, no, Chargers, no. Give me the Vikings over the Chargers, 28-24. Skull.
I'm actually the lone wolf on this one. I'm surprised.
You are the lone wolf.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next game. Ooh, this one could be either really ugly or really close, depending on which way you look at it. It is a divisional game, as it is the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game is in Jacksonville. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Jaguars are 9-point favorites.
9.5. They won
9.5.
Man, this is not the best week for you, man. This is a crazy week for you.
I know.
Man.
It's week
Dude, after a great week 2. What happened this week?
I don't know. It's just what I'm seeing. It's what I'm seeing right here.
I know, man.
Referee for this game?
Referee for Texans and Jaguars is Scott Novak.
And you got Chris Myers and Robert Smith on the call for this game. Who do you guys got and why for the Texans and the Jaguars?
Do you really want me? Actually, Tiny Tim, go ahead. I see
No,
you
but
waving.
I really don't have much to say about this one. Houston's still young. Jacksonville is the defending division champs.
Yep.
Houston's got a rookie quarterback. Those Jaguars are going to make those they're going to make those Texans feel pretty bad after this one. I got a convincing game. This is not my lock of the week, but I've got Jacksonville convincingly over Houston by a score of 31-13.
You know, there's actually 3 games this week you can easily go with the lock of the week.
Right.
This one and a couple more we'll get to in just a little bit. The Texans have given the Jaguars a run for their money in recent years, but not in this one. Jacksonville's offense is coming off of a poor showing against the Chiefs, but they will get it going here against the Texans.
The Texans.
Yeah, the king of Iron Fist tournament. Pow-pow. Trevor Lawrence has his big first day of the season. Give me the Jags to beat the Texans 28-17. Duval.
It's crazy to think about the Texans have owned this rivalry as of recent. Other than last year's New Year's Day game, the Texans won 9 games in a row against the Jaguars before last year's loss. And if you want to count the 2 losses they had in 2017, they won 6. So 15 out of their past 18 games the Texans have won. That is actually insane to think about. The Texans have won 15 of the last 18 against the Jaguars. But it's a new day in Duval.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, new day.
Rocks.
New day, Ross. But yeah,
Eat them
it's a new
booty-os.
day in Duval. It's a new day in Duval. The Jaguars offense is a lot better than the Texans defense. The Texans defense still needs a lot of work. If they could allow 31 to Indianapolis and 25 to Baltimore, expect the Jags to light up that Texans defense. I'm going to say Jaguars put up 40. Jaguars 41, Texans 24.
40 burger.
40 burger. Jaguars. If they allow 31 to the Colts, they're going to easily allow 40 to the Jaguars because the Jaguars won by 10 against the Colts. That's my logic there.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot. Next game on the list. Ooh. It's a lesser of 2 evils game for me, as it is the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Jets. This game is in New Jersey, MetLife Stadium.
MetLife.
Patriots are 2.5-point favorites.
You're back on track.
Back on track. There we go. Referee for this game is
referee for Patriots and Jets is Bill Vinovich. But
what?
I will say this though. I'll actually wait till you say your announcement in the
Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are on the call.
Oh, what?
They got the 18 for CBS.
What?
Why?
You know why? It's because I'll bet they thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be there.
Probably.
Oh God. Well, Alex, what's the cheapest ticket?
Cheapest ticket for Jets and Patriots this weekend. Cheapest ticket is $108.
Not too bad. That's relatively cheap. But Alex, you know what this game for me is personally my personal hell no game of the week.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that this is your
Hell no. To the no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Yeah, I am saying it's my hell no game of the week. Realistically, if Aaron Rodgers was playing, it wouldn't be. But without Aaron Rodgers, who wants to see a battle between Mac Jones and Zach Wilson?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, vomit. This game is going to be boring. It's going to be defensive heavy. Both defenses are going to do what they can. But at the end of the day, I got to go with the team that has been owning the Jets as of recently, and that is the New England Patriots, unfortunately. I hate to do this, but I'm going to go with the road. If I would normally go home team, I'm not sure, but realistically, at the end of the day, I really don't know how Zach Wilson's going to beat the Patriots. I think that against young quarterbacks, Bill Belichick has their number, and one of his greatest strengths is using his defense to take away their best weapon. Look what he did to Tyreek Hill. Only 40 yards of receiving against the Patriots, and he had over 200 against the Chargers. He knows how to take away their best weapon. He's going to be game playing to take away Garrett Wilson. And without Garrett Wilson, what does Zach Wilson have? Nothing.
He has Brees Hall.
Patriots, he has Brees Hall. I get that, but he's going to have to rely on the defense to do something. Zach Wilson has a rough day. This is a low-scoring game. I think my final is going to be 13-9. Give me the Patriots, unfortunately, as much as I hate to do it. I hate to do this.
I will highlight this comment all day.
Same.
Nick is a fraud.
I agree.
Thank you, Vampire Luke, for that one.
Thank you, Vampire Luke. I agree he's a fraud, but man, he just knows how to take away weapons.
You guys are not going to believe this, but I had this as my hell no game of the week right here.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, should I play it one more time?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I play it one more time? Third time.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Yeah, it's just Mac Jones against Zach Wilson. Nobody really wants to watch that here, but I kind of think that the Jets have a little fire in their belly right now. It just might be a little bit of something right there. Just a little something. Hopefully, Zach Wilson can get it done. And the spread is New England by 2.5.
2.5.
New England by 2.5. Well, it doesn't seem that big. But just the same, sound the alarm. I think I see the Jets coming into this game at home, taking down the Patriots, even though I believe the Patriots will make them work for it. So give me the Jets over those stinking Patriots by a score of 20-16.
Wow. Trust me, I would love to see it. I would love to see it, but I would love to see it. I'd rather pick those. Alex, you know who they are.
You
know who they are.
Goddamn Jets.
I'd rather see them win, but it's going to be the Patriots.
All right. LC used this for his game a couple games ago. It's time for mine because I'm going to let fate decide.
Nice. You got your coin.
Because this is my coin flip game of the week.
Oh, yeah, Alex, hold on. I want to see something real quick. I want to compare your coin to mine. Look at the difference between.
Yeah,
at that.
mine's a half
Hey,
dollar.
wait a minute. Hold on, guys.
4 inches.
Wait, hold on. Show that again.
Get Dashy.
Dashy?
Yeah, Dashy's comment. Wow, made my upset special.
Oh, wait. Pause.
I think that's the cue.
You for real?
Yeah.
Bitch, are you for real?
Don't worry, you'll be saying that about me later.
All right.
Okay.
This is a half dollar. Haven't seen one of these recently. So $50 JFK. Heads will be the Patriots, and the American Eagle will be the home team, which is the Jets. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ba-bam.
Oh, shit.
Gabagool.
Let's try that again. Baba Booey. Give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots to beat the Jets. Final score 10-7.
10-7. Wow, this game's gonna suck then.
All right. Next game on the list, going into the 4:00 slate of games, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. This game is in Seattle. And from what I'm seeing right here on the Score app, We got the Seahawks at 5.5-point favorites.
They went up to 6.
Wow.
Just a little bit higher. It's okay. That's okay. I'll still count that as a win. Referee for this game is
Referee for that game is going to be Ron Torbert. Oh God.
what?
They're fucked. Ron Torbert's terrible. His
What
crew's
happened?
awful. No, I'm saying Ron Torbert's crew's terrible.
Okay.
Ron Torbert's a good referee, but his crew sucks.
And you got Ian Eagle and Charles Davis on the call. You got the B team of CBS.
Yeah.
And let's see. Let me check the ticket prices on Game Time. Please sponsor me.
Grab me a soda.
Cheapest ticket is $122.
I'm surprised. I thought it'd be higher. I thought at least be in the 150.
$122 for Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go first here. The Panthers are 0-2 and now face a long road trip to play a team coming off an impressive road victory in the Seattle Seahawks. Carolina's offense with Bryce Young is struggling in a big way. Let's be honest, he's a rookie. We kind of expected this. Seahawks got their offense going last week and will carry over here. The Seattle defense will limit Bryce Young as the Seahawks go to 2-1. Give me the Seahawks to beat the Carolina Panthers. Final score 24-14.
Let me get the Seahawks on this one as well. I don't think they're a lock, but the Seahawks at home usually do pretty well against Carolina. Last year, though, I think was an anomaly because I think Carolina won last year. I think that this time, though, I think Seattle gets back on the right track. I was just thinking of something else, but Seattle, I think they get back on the right track realistically. I don't think that the Panthers will be able to do much. I think the Seahawks are the better team, especially at home. I think that the Seahawks do have some weaknesses, but at the end of the day, I think that they will revenge their loss from last year because they lost last year 30-24. And I think they will rebound and remember that loss and get the job done at the end of the day. Carolina wins this game. I'm going to say 31-27. Give me the Seahawks. They get the job done. I think the Bryce Young gets some garbage time touchdowns, but still, I think Seahawks get the job done at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. Seattle's just a little bit better. Carolina's still a young team. Tough to beat Seattle and up in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm taking Seattle over Carolina 27-21. Give me the Seahawks.
Very nice.
All right. Tim, it's your turn, my friend, because it is the Dallas Cowboys against the Arizona Cardinals. This game is in Arizona. And my God, the Cowboys are 12-point favorites.
12.5.
12.5. It went up just a little bit.
Yeah, it went up. Man, a lot of the ones you're getting is just missing by freaking half a point. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
Referee for this game is
Alex Kemp.
And you have Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston, a.k.a.
Moose,
on the call. And the cheapest ticket for the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys, oh my God, 182.
To see well, it's because all the Cowboy fans are going there. All the Cowboy fans are probably making the trip over to Arizona.
That is true.
Travel well.
That's right.
Okay.
You guys know the rules. Save Tim for last. Elsie, who you got?
I'm not making this my lock. I know Steel Sermon did, or as they say, Yinzer Max now.
Yinzer Mac.
He made Yinzer Mac. He made this his lock of the week. I don't think that they're going to be a lot. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Cowboys in my life, but I think they're going to win decisively. I trust one other team better than the Cowboys, but still, let's be honest. Is this a game? No. Do the Cardinals have a chance in hell? No. I respect Josh Dobbs. He's a former Pittsburgh Steeler, very smart dude. They just do not have the team to help him out. They do not have the team to help around him, man. You got Zach Ertz, James Conner, and Marquise Brown. But what else do you? How can those guys play defense as well? They can. Cowboys win 35-17.
Before we get to my pick, I've been waiting to say this for a long time because 3 becomes 4.
Hey!
My God, who are all these strangers right here, man?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Steel Sermon.
They're waiting.
Yins are back.
Come on, give it to me. Give it to
How's
me.
it
Give it
going,
to me.
guys?
How's it going, guys?
Oh,
Boom.
yeah.
Yes. I got the 4th on.
You guys are finally streaming when I come home. Thank God.
Thank God. I know.
Yeah, I'll get all your guys' picks on replay when I wake up. So
Sounds good.
we're good there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's going on?
I am exhausted to say the least.
I know that feeling, buddy.
I'm feeling great. Life is good over here. Got these stupid Browns fans over here crying about the hit,
Oh
which,
my goodness.
Nick Chubb, my heart goes out to him. Hopefully he comes back better and stronger. Hopefully that ain't a career ender. You never want to see anything like that with anybody. I don't care who they play for. But, I mean, come on. You're a defensive player. You're taught to not lead with – you're taught to not target for the head.
Right.
And you're trying to stop a running back. So what do? You go down low. What's Minka supposed to do?
Right.
Yeah.
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 That's that. Yeah.
But yeah,
best
man.
of luck
Yeah.
to, or best wishes go out to Nick Chubb for sure.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely, for sure. All right. So, Pizzle, if you don't mind, I'd like to get caught up right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bring him in, buddy.
The
I mean, it's
floor.
good to see you, my man.
Good to see you too, Tim.
Hell yeah. Man.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
All
man.
right. So, I will start with tomorrow night's game between the Giants and the 49ers. And my goal for this is to keep it simple and short. I don't want to ramble on because I want to get to bed as well.
Right.
So with the Giants and the 49ers, I think the 49ers are at a huge advantage here because both teams are on short weeks, sure. But the 49ers, they don't even have to leave California.
No,
They
don't.
just have a bus ride from LA up to San Francisco. And the Giants technically still stay on the West Coast, but it's like a 4-hour flight from Arizona to San Francisco or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
But yeah, the Giants, for as great of a comeback as it was, it's the Cardinals, and they should not have even been in that predicament to begin with. But,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Bad teams always find ways to lose.
Yeah.
But the 49ers, man, if you ask me, they're looking like the best team in the NFL so far.
Yeah, it's hard to deny that.
They have an incredible defense. They got a great offense, and they just have so much opportunistic, stuff going for them right here. So I am going to go with the 49ers to get the job done over the Giants to go to
Hell yeah,
3-0.
That is awesome, man.
Okay.
Right on.
All righty, now I'm going to do the Titans and the Browns in Cleveland as
Ugh, ugly.
yeah, I know. So Tennessee coming off a comeback win over the Chargers, who blew it once again, and they are 1-1. Cleveland, on the other hand, we know what happened with them. They lost us 26-22 in Pittsburgh once again. They did more than lose the game. They lost their running back for the season, but they just did sign Kareem Hunt to a 1-year deal worth up to $4 million, as I'm hearing.
Yep.
And Deshaun Watson played like absolute garbage on Monday night, got sacked 6 times, and I know he turned the ball over at least 3 times, but the Browns had 4 turnovers on the night. So I really don't know what to make of this game, but I'm actually going to lean towards Tennessee right here. Simply
Okay.
because, not just because Nick Chubb is out and because they just got Kareem Hunt back, but because the Titans, they can counter the Browns' weakness right here because they still got Derrick Henry going in this game. And I like their defense a little bit more than Cleveland's in this one. Plus, they also know Deshaun Watson because he used to play in the South. Vice versa, Watson knows the Titans as well. I do think the Browns' defense is going to step up in this one, but for some reason, I'm just going to lean towards Tennessee in this one in a pretty low-scoring game. I don't see a whole lot of points being put on the board here. Okay. Now, trickiest one in my book right here. We got the Falcons and the Lions up in Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta, in my opinion, they are quietly 2-0. Their defense is looking real good. B.J. Robinson is playing out of his mind.
Yes,
Desmond Ritter, really all he has to do right now is, just be a game manager. But yeah, Atlanta's looking real good. They came back and they beat the Packers. They rallied from a deficit to beat them. So yeah, Atlanta's looking pretty solid so far. Then you got the Lions. They were my surprise team of the year. I still think they can be that. It's early in the season, but they lost a heartbreaker at home to the Seahawks in a shootout in overtime. Jared Goff generally tends to struggle against tough defenses, and Atlanta does have that kind of defense that can bring pressure. They can be physical up front. But the Lions, I really can't see them starting 0-2 at home. And I also really can't for sure pencil Atlanta in to be 3-0. So I'm going to make this my coin flip.
Oh.
You want to play the bite?
There it is.
All right. So
There it is.
George Washington will be the Falcons, and fittingly enough, the bald eagle, even though it's not a falcon, it still is a bird. The eagle will be the falcon, or the Lions. Whatever.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but let's go. Okay. Ready, set, bada booey.
Baba Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
All right. Take 2.
And we have
Oh, he's counting.
President Washington. So I'm going to say Atlanta gets the 3-0.
All right.
Sorry, Lions fans. I want to
Interesting.
pick you, but fate is telling me Atlanta's going to get the 3-0. Okay, next at bat, another tricky one. The Saints at the Packers at Lambeau. So New Orleans is also 2-0, coming off a dub over the Panthers on Monday night, where, they won another one-possession game, but honestly, Derek Carr is playing okay so far. He's looking like the quarterback that the Saints have needed for quite some time now. And New Orleans defense is playing up to par. They are very physical up front, and they will make you work, which is where you enter Green Bay. They're coming off blowing a lead against Atlanta. It's their home opener. And I think this is going to be a big test for Jordan Love right here because, let's face it, the Packers always beat the Bears. And now we see how he does against tough defenses. So, also, you got to figure Aaron Jones is questionable for this game.
Yes, he hasn't practiced all week.
Yeah,
with
he
a
has not
hamstring
practiced.
injury.
And so's Watts, and so is Christian Watson as well.
Yep.
Those are 2 big losses for the Packers right there that they can't afford for this game, especially with a physical team like New Orleans. Generally, I don't like picking against the Packers at home, but I'm going to say the Saints get to 3-0.
Okay.
I think the Saints are
Wow.
healthier here. I think the Saints are healthier here. I think they're going to be too physical for Jordan Love. I like the New Orleans Saints to go to 3-0.
Awesome.
Next, got an easy one right here. Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins down in Miami. Yeah, I see you smiling.
I'll be
Pizzle. I
there.
see you. Oh, you're going to the game.
I'll
Huh?
be
Yeah,
there.
he's going
There,
there.
he's going.
There you go. So to keep it short, Denver, they could have won, but two things happened. A misholding call in the end zone on the 2-point conversion and the fail Hail Mary.
I'll be right
But
back.
it shouldn't have even come to that because Denver choked a 21-3 lead at home to Washington, and Sean Payton is 0-2 as the Broncos head coach, which I think they shouldn't even be 0-2 given the defense they got there in Denver. Then you got the Dolphins. They are playing as expected. I said at the beginning that before the beginning of the season that they will win the AFC East in a hard-fought affair against the Buffalo Bills. And so far, they're proving me right. They're 2-0. Run game looked real good Sunday night. Defense, especially the pass rush, looked great against New England. And it's only a matter of, Miami did a lot of traveling to start the year. They went from L.A. to Boston, and now they're back. Now they're home for their home opener. And they're going to want to do it for the fans here. I got Miami taking this one rather easily. Fins up, baby. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yes.
Next, we got two teams that should not be 0-2, but given that their reputation is just snake-bitten, here we go. The Chargers and the Vikings. I'm actually not too surprised the Chargers are 0-2 because, let's face it, they're deflated after that wild card game, and they've just been blowing games left and right, just like the Falcons have been doing since Super Bowl 51. So a lot of people are shocked that LA blew it to Tennessee last week. I say vintage Chargers. That's just what they do. Justin Herbert, hit that poor guy. He's going to get wasted in LA because the Chargers can just never get out of their way, out
Just
of their
like
own
Philip
way.
Rivers.
That's right. Dan Fouts, too. Chargers actually have one of the best quarterback histories in NFL history. And it's a shame because they could never bring home a ring for him. But then you got the Vikings, who are 0-2. I mean, I didn't think Minnesota – I really thought Minnesota was an overachiever last year, but I didn't think they'd start 0-2. They're getting a little bit of a taste of their own medicine because now instead of winning these close games, now they're losing these close games. They lost in week 1 at home to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield had a game-winning drive. Then last Thursday, that was probably the best primetime game I've seen Kirk Cousins have in his career when he was not playing the Bears. So I'll give him a little bit of credit there. However, there's two things for me that make me decide this because these two teams are so similar, other than the defenses. Firstly, Vikings have a huge advantage in this one. Not only are they at home, but they get 10 days rest. They're going from Philly back home, and generally when teams play on a Thursday and they have at least that much amount of time to prepare for their next game, I generally lean towards the team that played Thursday. And plus, like I said, the Vikings, they have a knack of winning one-possession games. Last year, they were 11-0 in one-possession games. It's just an NFL record. The Chargers are the opposite. They lose one-possession games.
Now,
For those two reasons.
It's funny you say that because last year they were 11-0. This year they're 0-2.
That's right. But I think Minnesota is just too good to be this bad so far. Plus, the Chargers are down Austin Eckler as well. Vikings still have Justin Jefferson, who ripped Philly a new one, but you can always count on Minnesota's defense to blow it. I am going to go with the Vikings to get their first win, drop the Chargers to 0-3. So give me the Vikings to win this one. I got this being a high-scoring game, possibly best game of the week.
Ooh.
And now we go to the worst game of the week, in my opinion. The Patriots and the Jets.
Thank you. That was my worst as well.
I know, right?
Jeez.
So the Pats are 0-2. Both their losses have come inches by officiating ruling, because they were both the correct call. But now Patriot fans are squirming because they ain't getting them calls anymore. That's what happens when you don't have Tom Brady as your quarterback. But yeah, the Pats are 0-2. Their defense still looks okay. It still looks good. The offense is just abysmal, though. And then you got the Jets. I'm not going to make excuses for the Jets because I really don't think they'd be dominant even if Aaron Rodgers didn't miss the whole season. But the Jets, they just got manhandled all Sunday against the Cowboys. They had no answer for Micah Parsons whatsoever. And the Jets, even with that solid run game they got with Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, they just couldn't get anything going. But they got it, just like the Patriots, though, they got a tough defense just like them, too. So this is easily going to be the lowest scoring game of the week. And it's easily going to be the worst game of the week, in my opinion, because you got two quarterbacks that are costing their team's games. Mac Jones isn't a good thrower, makes poor decisions, and then Zach Wilson is, Zach Wilson. So I'm going to go with the Patriots, though, just because Belichick always owns these guys. And I can't even remember the last time the Jets beat the Patriots. I really can't. So I'm going to go New England here to get their first win, drop the Jets to 1-2. And then we got an interesting one here. The Bills and the Commanders in D.C. as Buffalo's 1-1. That was pretty much just what the doctor ordered kind of game they had against Vegas last week. Josh Allen, amazing comeback after that horrendous Monday night game that he had in week 1. So, yeah, the Bills void 0-2. That's a win they really needed. Washington, surprisingly, 2-0 as well. But I don't know if I really buy them as a 2-0 team because they struggled against Arizona, and then they needed that comeback to beat the Broncos. But I'll give them credit. Sam Howell's playing fairly well so far, and they got a nice run game right there. But the defense needs a lot of patchwork right here as well, and that was a big expectation for Washington going into the season. So, honestly, though, if you don't mind, Pizzle, I'd like to introduce a suggestion for a new
soundbite.
For a new clip that you could use. Let me pull it up right here. Let's see. So if you guys tuned into my if you guys tuned into my picks video earlier today about this game, you would have heard me say this about this game.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
So you can use. So yeah, that's just a suggestion for me right there.
Okay.
That's awesome. I like that.
This screams trap game, in my opinion, because the Bills, they are a great team, but Josh Allen generally tends to struggle against tough defenses, and the Bills' defense is aging a little bit as well. And with Sam Howell having good momentum, Washington could give them actually a really good game. But again, it's like they struggled against Arizona and they needed that comeback against Denver. You get in a deficit like that against Buffalo, you ain't going to come back. So to play it safe, I am going to go with the Bills, but I would not be surprised if Washington makes it close or if they even pull off the upset. But I'm going to go Buffalo because nobody circles the wagon. Like the Buffalo Bills. And let me see that fan.
See that guy?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
the Bills. Buffalo all the way this time.
Man, I love that guy.
Every time.
Okay, now we got the Texans and the Jags down in Duval County. And to keep it short, I'm going to take Jacksonville right here because I don't think I'm going to pick Houston to win another game this year because I really don't think they have a winnable game on their schedule. Look, on the surface, I feel bad for CJ Stroud. He's really looking like David Carr 2.0 out there behind that O-line that Houston has. They're just going to doom him this year. He got manhandled against Indy, and they're just setting him up for failure. Jacksonville, they had a rough game against the Chiefs, but, they're coming back home. They're playing a weak team. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to get it together. I think Doug Peterson is going to get the troops together. I'm going to take Jacksonville pretty easily here, so give me the Jags.
Nice.
Then we got what could have been an interesting matchup, but I think it's lost its impact now given the circumstances. But we got the Colts and the Ravens in Baltimore. I'll definitely eat some crow with the Colts. I said they were boom or bust at the beginning of the season, but they look like they're clicking on offense so far. Defense still a little suspect, but it looks like the Colts are living up to expectations on offense. And in my opinion, Anthony Richardson is – oh,
Yes.
Shit, I
Yeah.
got a
Praying
super
for
chat.
him.
Look at that.
Yeah. Hey.
that made my Christmas, man.
Thank you so much for the super.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, like I was saying, in my opinion, I think Anthony Richardson so far is looking like the best quarterback out of the draft. And it's a shame because he's in concussion protocol, and you know how the NFL is with concussions now, especially what happened with Tua last year. So I think Gardner Minshew is probably going to start this game for the Colts, but regardless of who's the starter, I still think Baltimore wins this one because I hate to say it, Lamar's throwing has looked better lately. I mean, I was watching that Ravens-Bengals game on Sunday while I was collabing with Crazy Dog. Lamar was throwing some dimes. He even found Nelson Aguilar on a good pass a touchdown pass in the end zone. So do I think it'll keep up? Only time will tell. But like I said with my predictions with the Ravens, if they can avoid late season collapses, they'll be set for the playoffs. But, again, only time will tell. But I am going to go with the Ravens, unfortunately, to go to 3-0 and get the job done over the Colts. Hope I'm wrong.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think this is where I came in. We got the Panthers and the Seahawks.
Yep.
So Carolina is 0-2. I'm going to give Bryce Young the benefit of the doubt, because he's a rookie. He looked okay against the Saints. Nothing terrible, but nothing awesome. He just looked like a rookie, He had a couple of nice plays. But one thing about Bryce Young is this, and I know college doesn't mean anything once you get to the NFL, but when he was in college, he did well on the road, and he did well in SEC stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really let the atmosphere faze him all that much, and Seattle is a tough place to play. So the Seahawks, I wouldn't take Carolina lightly in this game if I was a Seahawks fan. But that being said, Seattle, they got their act together on offense. Geno Smith had an incredible game last Sunday. And again, it's just going to be tough for a young team like the Panthers to go up there and get the job done. I think they'll give Seattle a good fight, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks to get the job done over the Panthers. And that's where we are now.
And now we are up to speed. LC gave his predictions for the Cowboys and the Cardinals already. So let me just put this back up on here.
There you go.
Let's see. Dallas and Arizona. All right. So Cardinals have lost 2 close games in their 2 losses, but this is a big ask against Dallas team that has scored 70 points in 2 games.
Yep.
Defense, the best in the NFL right now. Leading the charges, Mr. 11 from heaven, Micah Parsons. Joshua Dobbs will have a tough time against that defense, and Dallas offense will get it going against that Arizona Cardinals defense. I have the Cowboys absolutely blowing out the Arizona Cardinals by a final score 42-21. And Tim, you're going to love me for this because the Cowboys are my lock of the
Hey.
This is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Oh,
How about them Cowboys?
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, you may as well make it 2 for 2 for me because the Cowboys are also my play it.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
That's right. Arizona, you're in my thoughts and prayers, man, because you blew that lead against the Giants and you struggled against Washington. Come to think of it, Arizona starts the year off playing the NFC East. You know, that's pretty wild. So, yeah, Arizona, you're done. I mean, Josh Dobbs is your quarterback, which as a Steeler fan, he used to be our backup. So I'm rooting for him, but the guy has no chance against Dallas's defense here.
He doesn't. I'm
Cowboys in an absolute blowout here.
All right. You heard what we all had to say. Now it's your turn, Mr. Tim. Cool.
All right, I'm just typing in a little something for here, something for you guys to highlight this statement because this is absolutely true.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
What do you got here? What is this?
That's right.
Really?
Micah Parsons is the second coming of Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
I mean, this kid is a monster. He is a beast. He will chew you up, spit you out, and ask for seconds. I'm telling you, I have not seen a defensive player so talented, so smooth, and so hungry to get at those quarterbacks. Oh, he took care of Daniel Jones and he took care of Zach Wilson. He's going to take care of Kyler Murray. There ain't no way these Cardinals are going to get. Now, those Cardinals going to make it interesting, though, but not interesting enough. Because I said last week that Parsons would get 2 sacks against Zach Wilson, and that's exactly what he got. I'm actually going to go one up this time. I say he gets 3 sacks on the Cardinals.
Oh, boy.
I'm going 3 sacks on that. Uno mas. I'm taking my Cowboys. Now, surprisingly, this is not my stone cold lock of the century of the week. That'll be coming in a few minutes. But I do have my Cowboys winning convincingly. I say Cardinals get maybe 1 or 2 garbage time touchdowns, but it'll be too little too late. Give me my boys, the Cowboys, 38-21. Let me hear Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys?
And do you realize? I mean, they got Arizona next week, and then they got the Patriots the week after. The Cowboys could go 4-0 going into the Week 5 showdown with the 49ers.
Wow. Oh, boy.
But then again, the Niners could also be 4-0 by the time that game starts. In fact, I want to issue a challenge.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
What's up?
Go ahead.
Mr. A-Bomb.
Oh, man.
If you're watching out there, buddy, hope you enjoy the show. Hopefully, if you're available in Week 5, I want you.
Oh, my.
I want you on the show. I want A-Bomb. I want him. Was.
Oh,
I mean, I just love this. Every time he gets on this show, it's just so entertaining. I just love this guy. So,
dude.
if
gonna
at
be
all possible, I want to get A-Bomb on this show week 5 for the 49ers Cowboys matchup at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. So,
Challenge is on.
Challenge.
The challenge is on. All right, last game of the 4 o'clock slate. This one is probably going to be a blowout as well, as it is the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game is from Arrowhead. And from what I am seeing right here, the Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites.
They are. You're right on that one, buddy.
All right. Referee for this game is.
It is going to be Alan Eck.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that
you
is
got
his name. Steel Sermon. Yeah,
Kevin-
at Yinzer. It's actually Alan Eck. ECK.
Yeah,
That's the name of the referee.
And you got Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson on the call, the Fox A team. And the cheapest ticket on Game Time, oh, dear God, $248.
really?
Oof. Well, it's because all the Chiefs fans going there. That's probably
And
why.
Bears fans, too.
oh yeah.
Wow.
My God. All right, who
Mike,
you guys
go ahead
got
and go
and why for
I'm gonna
this
go ahead
one?
and go
Bears
first.
versus Chiefs. LC, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go first on this one. Let's just go ahead and make it simple enough.
And this is
All
my
right.
stone cold lock of the century. All week.
Do I need to say anything else?
The Bears still suck.
The Bears should have drafted Patrick Mahomes. This is the game where Patrick Mahomes will be like, yeah, you should have drafted me. And he's probably going to say after the game, he's going to do what Aaron Rodgers did. I own you, Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it, though.
So I keep pushing the agenda. Justin Fields is a bust. I mean,
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, pick sixes. The Bears are just, oh man, they're so bad.
They are.
Even with that, even with the trade they made with Carolina to get DJ Moore, I mean, he's pretty much been a non-factor so far. They got a terrible defense there as well. And the Chiefs, they got off to a slow start, but Mahomes did what he does best, which is find Travis Kelce in the end zone for the 47th time, which is, I believe, an NFL record for the most times a quarterback has thrown a touchdown pass to a tight end. So,
That's true.
Oh, that's pretty impressive, though.
another milestone on Patty Mahomes' 28th birthday it was.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are playing good defense as well with that newly extended Chris Jones they got down over there. Chicago, they don't stand a chance in this one either. This was close to being my lock, but I came to a compromise for my tournament. The Cowboys would be my lock, but this was going to be my point spread because I'm short on points in the tournament, and I want some damn points, man.
There you go.
This will be my spread. The Chiefs are favored by 12. I think they get that, and they get some more along with it. Kansas City, 45-7, all over Chicago.
There
So
you
I
go.
think they more than triple that 12.
That's
So
awesome.
give
I
me
love
Kansas
that.
City all day.
Wow.
You see what they did to their defensive coordinator today?
They
Oh my
fired him.
God,
That's
yeah.
so dumb.
He got the boot.
Got the boot.
That's absolutely insane. Did not expect that to happen in week 3, but hey,
Yeah,
that wasn't on my bingo card, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
not Bears. Fire.
All right,
that DJ.
Bears are playing consecutive road games. Have not looked good in either of those 2 losses. The Chiefs have looked absolutely dynamic on offense, but they haven't looked that dynamic on offense yet. I think they will. This is the game where they fix that. Bears are suspect on defense. Justin Fields, let's be honest, Justin Fields sucks. Chiefs over the Bears, 30-14. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, is it even close to a contest? Tiny Tim, I know we're waiting on here on you, buddy. So
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm just agreeing with everything you said. Justin Fields, I feel sorry for the kid. I really do.
yeah, we all do.
Terrible team. We all do. Mahomes is the best quarterback. best tight end, Travis Kelce. It looks like Kelsey's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. Blowout here. Chiefs 41, Bears 17. Chiefs.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Not alone in my lock of the week. I love it.
Boom. All right. Sunday night, NBC. Check your local listings. It is these two guys right here. Wait. Boom. Boom. As it is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. This game is in Las Vegas. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Raiders are 2.5 point favorites.
They are, unfortunately.
It was even last time I checked.
Interesting.
Steelers 1.5, and now it went to Raiders 2.5.
Yeah.
Referee for this game is
Trop Blake.
And being that it is on NBC, you got Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth, and the cheapest. Jeez.
Oh, I know.
Well, thank God. Well, it's in Vegas, but
it's the most expensive of the weekend. I know.
$512.
Wow.
$512 if you want to go to see the Steelers and the Raiders in Las Vegas. I think we all know the rules. Save the Steelers fans for last. Tim, who you got in this one?
Well, let's see here. I'll tell you what, I was so happy for Pittsburgh. I mean, even though Cleveland just made them fight for it, but these Steelers are fighters right now. I'm telling you, the picket fence and Slim Pickens, this is an awesome combination. I'm telling you right now. Give them a couple more years, and they're going to be up there with Dak and CD or Mahomes and Kelsey. They're going to be like that. I love this combination right here. Vegas, yeah, they're at home. They're favored by 2, but I already gave my upset special. But I'm actually going with the Steelers on this one to build off of that momentum after the Monday night victory and against Cleveland. I mean, 21 straight Monday Night Football wins. That is like totally friggin' amazing, I tell you.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Steelers over those Raiders.
Yes.
Steelers take this one 26-21.
Steelers won on Monday night thanks to 2, not 1, but 2 defensive touchdowns. 1 on the very first play. I actually saw your reaction to that.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
I was there in the live chat. I saw your reaction. That was absolutely awesome. What the
I was just waiting for a flag to be thrown, so that's why I was hesitant with it. But yeah,
right. But the offense has struggled for the second straight week because of Canada.
Yeah.
The Raiders ran into an ambush in Buffalo, losing to the Bills. Even though the Raiders are back at home, I think that Steeler defense will be too much for that Raiders offense. Pittsburgh front will be too much for that Raiders front. So I think the Steelers will get the job done in Vegas. Give me the Steelers to beat the Raiders 23-20. I don't have a yellow towel. I got a white one. So here we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's close enough. All right.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. Collars, let him go. Go ahead, Elsie. You're
okay.
All right.
Okay. So I put away my terrible towel, but I'm sorry about that. But anyways, Steelers and the Raiders. Raider Ben, Raider cousin, I seen you guys in YouTube calling out how bad the Steelers are going to be getting killed by the Raiders. Well, listen here. Even though the Raiders' offensive line has not allowed a sack yet this season, it's going to end when TJ Watt sacks the hell out of Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Last time Jimmy Garbaggio played the Steelers, Jimmy Garbaggio threw 2 interceptions and a touchdown. And the Steelers have some faith with that. And TJ Watt played in that game as well. Let's be honest here. TJ Watt right now is the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. And right now it's between him and Micah Parsons, but TJ Watt is an absolute monster. Not only that, you have Alex Highsmith. in the game as well. Realistically, this is going to be a long game for you guys. It's only a long game for the Raiders in general. Last time, though, Jimmy Garoppolo did not get a chance to get. Timmy T.J. Watt didn't get a chance to get a sack. He will this time. He did get an interception last time he played Jimmy Garoppolo as well. So the thing is, right now, I'm really liking where the Steelers are going. Even without Devontae Adams, what did Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs do last year against the Steelers? Nothing. Devontae Adams only had 27 yards receiving, and Josh Jacobs only had 45 yards rushing, and that was in Pittsburgh. What makes you think you're going to do that? What makes you think you're going to be better this time around? Sure, we allowed some bad runs the past 2 games, but I think overall, our defense can definitely stop the Raiders' offense from doing it, much of anything. Even with Devontae Adams right now, more like on track to play, you still will be missing Jacoby Myers, which would be a problem. And it looks like you guys will have Hunter Renfrow as well. So, and Chris, we know you don't have Hunter Renfrow right now. You have Hunter Renfrow is hurt as well. So you have your other receiver is Christian Wilkerson. So you only would more likely have 2 receivers playing, along with your rookie tight end hasn't really been that big of a factor. Michael Mayer, he has really not been that big of a factor realistically. You guys, Austin Hooper, he's been okay. Really hasn't done anything as of note that has really been interesting. But realistically, the Steelers have all the momentum right now. We beat the Browns, divisional game at home, and last time we played you guys on Christmas Eve, we beat you guys.
That's right.
That trend's going to continue, though. The Raiders, you're not winning against the Steelers. The Steelers know how to play well, especially on the road. Mike Tomlin, when it comes to teams that are on par with them, they know how to win. It's just only against bad teams Tomlin doesn't prepare that well. But against teams that are on par, he knows how to play well. My prediction for this game is going to be Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win. I'm going to say 27-20. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win the game. I think they win with a late touchdown and hold on.
All right. Mac attack.
All right. So to keep it at a minimum here, because I'm going to talk more about this in my pregame that'll be up on Friday. So we are 1-1 coming off an incredibly ugly win against the Browns. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. I'll take a win any day of the week. But literally, I can't say it enough about the offense, man. It's so bland and stale that like a bag of popcorn would be less stale than it. Like them Greek yogurts that I have in my fridge, they're less vanilla than Matt Canada somehow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start calling this dude. I'm gonna start calling him Matt Vanilla Pudding Canada. Yeah.
There you go.
Amazing. I love it.
Regardless, though, defense, aside from giving up big gashes on the ground with the run game, it did well enough to win, obviously. The pick six, the scoop and score by TJ with the strip sack by Highsmith, with the reason that we extended him, because he had the quietest 14.5 sack season I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, I mean, the defense is definitely going to be physical. It's kind of like a bend but don't break type of defense that we got, you know. But Peterson and Levi Wallace are definitely showing their age. So we cannot allow Vegas to get too confident with their passing game here. I'm not too worried about Jimmy G. I'm not worried about him. He's just a game manager. He's a guy that's just there to limit mistakes and get his team in good enough position to score a touchdown. He's not going to, go airing out the ball 50 yards down the field or whatever, which would be the case. But Devontae Adams, he's also in concussion protocol. So that's a big sigh of relief for us right there. It takes a little bit of pressure off of us. And Michael Mayer, like you said, he's questionable for this game as well. So Vegas is undermanned in this game. And the only guy on Vegas that really worries me as far as the offense goes and in general is Josh Jacobs. But he had -2 rushing yards against the Bills on Sunday on 9 carries.
Damn.
Everyone watching this stream had more rushing yards than him. That is just wow. For a guy that led the league in rushing last year, that's just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And he was targeted the most by Jimmy G last week, too.
Yep.
On defense, I really only am worried about Max Crosby, which is where, like, changes need to be made as far as what you're going to do with offense. I was always an advocate of you don't want to throw in a rookie left tackle in against a gauntlet of pass rushers. But now that we're thin on the O-line, I think I'm going to start shouting for Broderick Jones to get his first career start on Sunday night. I want to see what this guy can do. He can't be worse than Dan Moore Jr. at this point. He really can't. Chooks is absolute garbage with those 2 false starts that he had on Monday night. Mason Cole looks okay so far. Nothing great, but he's a hell of a lot better than Kendrick Green. I mean, I think anyone can. Kendrick Green can't. Kendrick Green couldn't block my grandmother. I mean, you know, that's just how it is, man. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But in short, there is one stat aside from Tomlin playing well in primetime most of the time, and that his track record when he's the underdog, because he does have a winning record when the Steelers are underdogs.
Yep.
The biggest stat here, the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Raiders on the road, you got to go back to December 10th, 1995.
That's nuts.
I was 3 days old. Okay? 3 days old. Being brought home from the hospital. That's the last time that we beat the Raiders on the road.
Bill Clinton was president.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you can give it the benefit of the doubt because Big Ben did lose all 4 of the road Raiders games that we had in his era. So maybe Kenny Pickett can flip the script a little bit because of the last time that we played Vegas. He led the game-winning drive against us or against them. So maybe Kenny Pickett will have better luck against them. I don't know. But the point is, we just never do well against the Raiders on the road. But in a game like this, I'm leaning towards the team that has more confidence coming into this game. And that would be the Steelers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Raiders got blown out by Buffalo. They're a great team, but they got blown out by them. And they're banged up and uncertain coming into this one. The Steelers, yeah, we have a couple injuries coming into this game as well, but they're not too major. They're not like major injuries. Plus, Minko was brought to the hospital just for precaution. I've heard that he is likely to start in the game. But other than that, we don't really have a whole lot of injuries to worry about too much for this game. But we got to get that run game going. It's going to come down to field position at the end of the day, in my opinion, and who can take better care of the ball. Kenny Pickett, I like the guy. I want to believe he's the guy, but I'm sorry, he has to play better. Okay? He can't go forcing passes into double coverage like he did against the Browns and against the 49ers as well. He should have had 2 picks against Cleveland. He threw 1, and then the second one, he did almost the same thing, but the Browns dropped the interception. And I know Pickens can make those kind of catches when he's being covered by multiple guys, but defenses are going to pick up on that because they know 14's a good playmaker. So, in short, I'm going to give my guys another chance and pick them. I think we get the job done over the Raiders. I think it's going to be in the neighborhood of like 17-14. I don't see a lot of points being put on the board, but I'm going to go with the Steelers to improve to 2-1, drop the Raiders to 1-2. So give me the Steelers.
Yeah,
football. Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Now we got not 1 but 2 Monday night games once again as We'll start with the first one, as it is the Philadelphia Dragons. Philadelphia Eagles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in Tampa Bay. And from what I'm seeing right here, the Eagles are 4.5-point favorites.
You're right again.
Yep.
Let's go. Referee for this game is?
Referee is Adrian Hill.
You got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call.
And wondering how much those tickets are.
And the cheapest ticket for a pair, cheapest is $233.
Jeez.
Wow, I'm impressed. That's probably the game that Buccaneers are probably going to have the most expensive tickets on, realistically.
Do you guys mind if I go first on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
got something I want to say. So, this game features, surprisingly, two teams that are both 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks
That's right.
being the surprise of the two. Tampa has played well so far with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers have done good things. Eagles, they haven't looked right yet on either side. Is this the game where Jalen Hurts gets it going? I don't think so. For that reason, sound the alarm.
Ooh.
Wow. That's
Hey, Tampa Bay, the Bucks are ready to shine. Give me the Bucks to beat the Eagles. Yes, Johnster, I am for real. Give me the Bucks to beat the Eagles 27-21. Fire them cannons.
Wow.
I'm shocked. I'm bamboozled. There are too many words I have to say, to use.
Are you kerfuffled?
I'm kerfuffled.
There you go.
Are you
Absolutely
Schmeckeldorfed?
Schmeckeldorf. That's definitely another one. Schmeckeldorf. So many of the words I can't even begin to think about.
Snickerdoodle.
Buccaneers are a good team, but the Eagles, their defense is just so much better. And the Eagles just have a very good track record in Tampa Bay in the regular season. I know they lost the postseason game a few years ago, but that was when Tom Brady played, not Baker Mayfield. I'm just shocked that you picked Baker Mayfield. I'm really surprised.
They're good. They're 2-0.
They're good. They are good, but
They haven't beaten the Buccaneers since 2013. John Stewart said
Wow.
it.
they haven't. They
Been that
haven't.
long.
And Baker Mayfield is 1-0 versus the Eagles in his career. He beat them in 2020. But he didn't do anything that impressive. He threw for 204 yards and only 0 touchdowns and got sacked 3 times.
That was
Even though they won, he didn't do anything. They're going to have to do something. But at the end of the day, I think the Eagles right now are just a better team. They're the second best team in the NFC behind the 49ers. And the Eagles, even though they let up some garbage time points against the Vikings, I don't think they don't have that same kind of bad juju against the Buccaneers. So I'm actually going to pick the Eagles in this one. I'm going to be smart and pick the Eagles. I will say, I know you guys have been waiting for that. I'll talk about that game next. But with that being said, I'm going to pick the Philadelphia Dragons to win this game. My final score is going to be 27-23. I think the Buccaneers will keep it close within the point spread, so I would like them with the point spread. But go ahead and put Summer Romy on.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
There you go. Can't believe he has a mustache now.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
I'll go next. So it's funny that we all call them the chickens here because chicken is pretty much what I eat every day now with my new diet. So, it's kind of fitting that I'm going to take Philly for this game as well because, I'm eating up on the chickens so far, and even though they don't really look all that great, I mean, they're 2-0. They won the games, but they honestly kind of looked underwhelming in the first 2 games of the season. I think eventually they'll get out of their funk and they'll start playing like the Super Bowl contender that everyone is saying that they are. Jalen Hurts is turning in a great year, but he had a couple of sloppy mistakes last Thursday. But Tampa Bay, they are surprisingly 2-0, a comeback win against Minnesota, and then they got the job done over the Chicago Bears. Pick 6 on Justin Fields sealed that one up. But one X factor for me here is, or actually two. Get this. Ready for this stat, guys?
I'm ready.
In the last 20 starts under Jalen Hurts, the Eagles are 19-1. That's right. 19-1 in Jalen Hurts' 20 starts. Also, like I mentioned with the Chargers and the Vikings, the Eagles played last Thursday. They had last Friday, last Saturday, last Sunday, and all of this week to get rested up. So they basically had a mini bye week. They had an 11-day rest. The only real sacrifice was a flight from Philly to Tampa. And like I said, generally, I lean towards the team that played on Thursday. I think Tampa, they fall back to earth a little bit in this one, and they get their first loss. Even though I do think the Bucs can give them a good game just because they seem to have Philly's number. But I'm going to say the Eagles get to 3-0 and get the job done over the Bucs in a hard-fought game. Let me hear it, Senator.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Let's go.
Man.
All right, so now I gotta talk about this one here. I pretty much agree with everything that Simon and LC has said here. I'm still baffled with A Pizzle's upset special right there.
That's how it is.
Yeah, but 19-1 and with 20 starts with Jalen Hurts, that is absolutely amazing. Baker Mayfield's going to have kind of a tough time against that Eagle defense, but I gotta go with chickens on this one, even though I just totally despise those chickens. I hate those chickens. I loathe those chickens. But chickens are so much better than chickens.
Yeah.
So give me those chickens over those Bucks. Philadelphia takes this one 31-23. Give it to me one more time.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Never gets old.
Never does. All right. And the last game on the list is a rematch of the Super Bowl a couple years ago, as it is the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are 2.5-point favorites.
You're ending off on a
I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
So
wait, actually, we got to go over the referee real quick.
Before we do that,
oh yeah, go ahead.
Referee for this game is
referee for the Rams and the Bengals is going to be John Hussey,
and you got Chris Fowler, Dan Orlovsky, and Louis Reddick on the call, and the cheapest ticket $129.
That's not too bad. So go ahead, Steel Sermon.
Go ahead, Yinzer Mac.
That's right. So
Mac, I know, I get used to it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to it too. I only did it because I needed to get a new monitor for my computer, and I just didn't think it was worth, going through the whole logging in again. So I just changed my name. Mac in real life, Mac are my initials, so I just wanted to keep it simple. So, but yeah, the Rams and the Bengals. So honestly, the Rams are 1-1, and they don't look half bad so far. I mean, they had a dominant second half against Seattle in week 1, and they were right in there with the 49ers last week until Stafford, did what he does best, which just throw interceptions at ill time. But, that Puka Nacua kid that the Rams are high on, he's filling in pretty well for Cooper Kupp, who's on IR right now, and I don't know what his status is, but you got to credit him. Puka Nacua is playing really well so far. and the Rams defense is stepping up a little bit. So yeah, they don't look half bad. Like I was saying, they're going to be a bottom 5 team. They're going to have a top 5 pick in the draft, but I'm not so sure about that right now. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out for them. But yeah, Sean McVay definitely has these guys fighting. The Bengals, on the other hand, 0-2. Very shocking start to them. I mean, they were 0-2 last year, but unlike this year, their offense just looks a little off so far. They don't have their 2 best safeties anymore, which is why their pass defense has just been getting shredded lately. Joe Mixon's pretty much been a non-factor so far, and Burrow is off to a terrible start. And the cherry on top, the shit Sunday, Burrow re-aggravated his leg injury that he suffered in training camp.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and the Rams have a ton of film on him, especially one of my favorite college players of all time from the University of Pitt, the one and only Aaron Donald. You know, love the guy. He's on GOAT status, no pun intended. He's on GOAT status as far as being the GOAT defensive tackle of all time goes. He's right up there with Mean Joe Green and Reggie White. You gotta put him up there. I heard Burrow is questionable for this game because he was in a walking boot, but him not being 100% didn't go so well against the Browns. And I can't really say I can see the Bengals starting 0-3, let alone dropping 2 straight home games. But Pizzle, sound the alarm.
There we go. Wait a second. There it is right.
That's right, baby. I'm going upset here. I think the Rams are way healthy. I think the Rams are healthier. I think they are playing with something to prove right here. And the Bengals, they just can't get it together right now, man. I am going with the Los Angeles Rams to win the Super Bowl 56 rematch over the Bengals. And I'll even have a bold prediction here. Joe Burrow plays, but the Rams win it pretty much on the same way that they won the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald gets to Burrow, strip sacks him in the 4th quarter, and the Rams recover the fumble and win it.
Damn.
I'm going with L.A.
Wow.
Hey, Mac, I'm going to join you on this one.
Really?
Sound the alarm.
Oh, for God's
I'm doing it because I had to, man. Listen, the Los Angeles Rams getting 2.5 as an underdog is a great thing for them. I think the Rams right now have a better offense than the Bengals do. With Joe Burrow being as inconsistent as he has been, it's a huge problem. Even with Jamar Chase only having 78 receiving yards in 2 games, it's a big, big problem. The Bengals right now are in deep trouble. Their deep pass secondary, their defensive secondary is absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Getting burned by Zay Flowers and a little bit of Odell Beckham Jr. before he left, and then getting burned in week 1.
And Nelson Aguilar, too.
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar.
concrete hands.
God. Like, I get it, though. You held the Browns to like 43 receiving yard, but Nelson Aguilar, Zay Flowers, and Odell Beckham. That is absolutely embarrassing. And even Mark Andrews, I get Mark Andrews one of the best signs in the league, but still, like the teams have been able to expose the Bengals all so far this year long. And Joe Burrow, I don't even think he should have it. Even what Jamar Chase said, he should not be on the field. And if your own teammate is saying you should not be on the field, you should not be on the field. I think Joe Burrow realistically does not play. I think they keep him off. I think they realistically bench him. I don't think they bench him, but I think they keep him off. This is a non-conference game for them. They do not need to win. They can lose a non-conference game. Their important games are their division games and their conference games.
Yep.
And so far, they're 0-2. If they lose an out-of-conference game, it's not going to affect them too much, realistically, later down the line. But at the end of the day, I expect Jake Browning to get absolutely whooped by the Rams. I expect Puka Nacua to have an absolute field day on that Cincinnati Bengals defense. And not only does Puka have a good game, guess who also has a good game against the Bengals with that terrible piss poor. Their secondary is in the bottom 5 of the league right now. Their defensive secondary is in the bottom 5 of the league.
Yep.
And that's embarrassing.
Amazing what happens when you don't have Jesse Bates and Von Bell.
Exactly.
And Eli Apple.
Guess who I think has an underrated good game against the Bengals? I'm going bold prediction here. Van Jefferson has a absolute monster game against the Bengals.
Good deep threat right there. Bengals are in trouble if they give that guy a release.
Bengals are in deep trouble. The Rams put up points. They struggle to come back. And the Rams put the Bengals at 0-3, bomb the AFC North where they belong. And 30-24, 30-23 is my score. Actually, no, 30-24 is my score prediction.
Tim, what say you?
Truthfully, I really don't know what to say here because a lot of things have happened between now and between the last few days and now.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised that the Rams are this good ever since they won the Super Bowl. Then they just stunk it up all season long last year. Now it seems like they're starting to warm up again. Now Burrow is questionable. Jamar Chase is playing like he's an afterthought when he really shouldn't be because that kid's got a lot of talent, you know.
He does.
But I kind of have Cincinnati pulling off this one right here. I guess hometown and at home against the Rams, and I just want to give it to Cincinnati, see if they can get off the schneid a little bit. Give me Cincinnati over the Rams 27-21.
Yeah, I'm honestly in the same boat, Tim. The Bengals have had major issues in this game. They are uncertain with the health of Joe Burrow. Will he play? And if he does, how healthy will he be? I think he will play. The Rams have won one and played the 49ers close, but this is a tough task on the road. If Burrow wins, I'm leaning towards picking the Bengals. If he doesn't, I'm leaning towards picking the Rams. So I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm just saying he plays. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Let's go 24-21. Give me the Bengals.
Highlight comment.
Yeah.
There you go. And let me just highlight this. If he's watching, the challenge is there.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Boy.
LC, get in contact with him. We'll work something out when it comes to that. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for week number 3 of the 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems. Wow. So good to have you back, Yinzer Mac.
We're back to 4. I love it.
Awesome to be back here, guys. I try to get on these as much as I can. Second shift is hard for me because usually when I walk through the door, you guys have your thing wrapped up, but I'm trying my best to get the first shift. I'm way more of a morning person. So that being said, I'm going to say my final words because I need to get some sleep.
Heard that.
Be sure to tune in my channel. My pregame for the Raiders and the Steelers will be up. I'm aiming for Friday as always. Saturday at 3 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock his time, I will be collabing with the one and only Raider Ben.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep. I will be collabing with Raider Ben for about hour and a half or so. We're going to be talking about the game. We're going to have an open Q&A chat. And then, of course, Sunday night, I will be on here screaming my head off at my guys on my phone as I'm doing play-by-play for the Steelers and the Raiders. So with all that being said, that's just what I have upcoming for me on my channel. Great to be on here for as long as I could. Hopefully I can come back again soon. And I'm Mac, checking on out for the night. Yins, have a good one, everybody.
You too, brother.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. Boom.
Boom.
And
boom.
bang.
All right. Have
All
a
right.
good one, guys.
You as well, my brother.
Thank you, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
It's great having you on.
Fantasy Football Fever. You
Yeah.
had this show yesterday.
Yes. I failed to mention the same one, but we have moved 1 hour earlier. We are now Tuesday nights, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on TJM 3774. That's the channel to go through on YouTube.
So a little housekeeping. Next 3 weeks, I will not be calling the Dolphins games because I will be at all 3 games for the Dolphins this coming weeks. This Sunday, I will be there for the Broncos game. Then after that, I will be in Buffalo to see the Dolphins and the Bills play. And then after that, the Giants are coming to town. So I will be there at Hard Rock Stadium to see the Giants and the Dolphins. But in the meantime, I will put out some content. I will have some stuff for the channel. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys tuning in.
Yeah.
So for Yinzer Mac, for LC Muscles 28, for Tiny Tim, this is A Pizzle saying peace out. Opens up, baby. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys later. Have a great one, guys.
Enjoy the games. Take it easy, guys.
Take
And
it
the
easy,
horse-
dudes.
And the Horsemen will return.
We
Yes,
will rise
sir.
again. We out.